I'm really excited to share with you the results of a recent publication we had accepted in Scientific Reports. I'll just run you through the methods and the key findings. What we did was integrate genome-wide association study data from two COVID-19 patient cohorts, those that were hospitalised and those that had a much more severe infection. We ran these variants through our computational pipeline to identify where they were spatially within certain tissues, but also what genes they're targeting. What we end up with is a list of disease-specific genes that are associated with our severe and hospitalised COVID-19 patient cohorts. We then extended this out to incorporate protein interaction network data and gene regulatory network data to identify an overlap between the genetic risk of severe COVID and other comorbidities via this protein interaction network. What we found in the hospitalised cohort is an association here with lung function traits in healthy people and the risk of being hospitalised with COVID. In the severe cohort, we also identified lung function traits associated with the risk of severe COVID. However, these lung function traits are associated with the risk of developing COPD, which aligns well with the clinical manifestations of a severe COVID-19 infection. What we noticed in the brain is an association here with vascular traits. In particular, we noticed an association with coronary artery disease and the risk of being hospitalised, which aligns quite well with some recent robust epidemiological evidence which shows a direct link between the initial COVID infection and the development of cardiovascular diseases. What we've noticed, what we show here though, is the mechanism by which this may be occurring. Okay, so we've identified a genetic overlap between both coronary artery disease and being hospitalised from COVID, but we've also identified the protein interactions and the pathways which drive this association. Critically, we also notice here an association with Parkinson's disease in both the severe and hospitalised patient cohorts, which is quite novel. In the blood, we noticed some additional vascular traits here associated with both severe and hospitalisation from COVID, which again aligns quite well with the epidemiological evidence, showing the link between cardiovascular disorders and that initial acute infection. And similarly, we've also noticed this Parkinson's disease association in the blood too, both severe and hospitalised. What we've done is identify a genetic overlap between the risk of severe COVID and other comorbid conditions in a novel way. We've also identified the mechanism by which these conditions may be co-occurring, both via our underlying genetic risk, our inherited genetic risk, but also the protein interaction and the pathways that are driving the expression of that genetic risk. Finally, I'd just like to acknowledge and thank our funders, the Dines Family Charitable Trust and also the Sir Colin Giltrap Liggins Institute Scholarship, which is funding my PhD. I've just put the QR code up here, which links the paper I've discussed. Thank you.